Hello! At least I searched for this on YouTube before I bought this, so maybe I can share some thoughts and how I decided to buy this trailer for my pro enduro career. We'll show you real quick what I bought, how much I paid for it. I'm gonna do some things with it to make it more easy to load and unload the bike. Yeah. So here's what I think. Of course, I would like to have a van for my bike because you can go faster on the highways. It's much more easier to just load it in your car and go away and don't have to hang something behind your car. As you maybe know, I have the Audi, I have this BMW, and if I would get the van also, I would have 3 cars to pay: insurance, taxes, service, reparations, blah 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 blah. This BMW I had for 11 years. This is my baby, my first car ever. Worked like 1.5 years, saved all my money to buy this, and I still have it. Now you know her. Anyway, of course I would like a van or something, it's the best. But I don't want to spend that money. I don't really know how often I'm gonna use it, how much I'm gonna drive. So I want to use my existing car with my existing engine, do one service and everything, and I don't want to make it 3 times with 3 cars. It's too much. And then of course I also would like to have a bigger trailer, like these ones where you can have a bed, fall down and sleep if you're far away from home and driving. And you can have all your gear inside the trailer, with like hangers and stuff, tools and everything. If you see in the first episodes when we built the Honda, I don't have too much space outside my garage where I am supposed to unload and load the bike in the future. And also I rented this cabinet trailer when I picked up the Yamaha like 2 hours from here. When with this big heavy trailer, the car, you feel it in the car, it's bumpy and everything. When you hang this trailer on, then you don't notice it. It just hang on there, smooth. And I'm gonna show you. Also, I just have one parking spot and it is inside of my garage. So I just have this little small cave and I have this Honda, I have my Enduro, I have the Audi, I have the BMW, and then also a big trailer where I can't hide it somewhere. I don't know. I want something small as possible, still covered for a bike. It's easier to make invisible, hide it away maybe. And I also could go with this small trailer, open one. But I don't want, like imagine going on a highway where it's salty and wet. How would the bike look like when you arrive to the track? It's a mess. I want something covered, small, maintenance free as possible and everything. So I decided to go with my fancy trailer. Maybe it looks bigger than what it is, but as you can see, it's not a very big trailer. I can't stand here. Here it takes my head. And it's good because then you get lower fuel consumption with the wind and it's just smaller. I can take this even into my small garage and fix with it. I actually have done it. I bought this for 650 euro or dollar, and I have to change the ball glove which connected to the car. I have to put this reflex on, the orange reflex, and this white reflex in the front, and then it did pass the inspection. Now I can use it for 2 years. And the best part with this one, since it's so small, so light, it don't even have any brakes, so it's almost maintenance free except the wheel bearings and the reflex lights and everything. But it's really nice to know that you don't have to bother with adjustment the brakes every second year when you're about to go to the inspection. And here's how the inside looks like, which we're gonna fix now. So I was to the southern part of Sweden and this came out on Facebook Marketplace. So I bought this for $20, both the transport stand and the fast fuel bucket. Since this was used, I didn't get the bottom brackets that you mount to the trailer. I could just bolt it like through this one. But since I also want to use this trailer for maybe something else, then I want the easy, quick connection takeaway thing. So I made these out of stainless steel. I made my own bottom bracket. So we're gonna mount this and some aluminum plates and the stand. Now I load and unload the bike 3 times and the studs is digging its way down the board. So I have to protect it with something. Here I'm gonna change this to a big long bracket because if I ever crash with my bike fastened to this is much weight, maybe this will break out of the board. So I would replace this with like a big metal thing here, like a huge bracket. I would say it's a really good idea to use stainless steel and locking nuts under this trailer. Especially here in Sweden because it's so salty, the roads during the winters. Perfect, there we have it. Then we're just gonna lock this in. And this is some keyholes. And then, yes, then these quick fasten things. Yeah, perfect. Now it sits there. And now we need something like this. You can see here in the front as well, where it's jumping around on the trailer. It's really dig its way down. So we have to protect it. Yeah, that's great. Now I have some protection for the studs. I understand. Also, I changed these because they were all rusty and there was only one of these hooks to clamp the cover down. So I bought them and then this was too short, so I had to make my own out of stainless steel with some heat shrink. Now we can try to load the bike. Yeah, also, I made this. So I have a ramp. That's perfect. One side and the other. And then you also need to put this sprint in. When this bumps around, this unload, I can show you. If I take this sprint out, you don't want that to happen when you're driving. Put this in and release the tension. Now the tension is on the sprint. Very good. Just a quick little tip. Here I put my AirTag, which I removed the speaker on. This one won't beep when you touch the bike. Then I bought this little IP67 waterproof AirTag case on Temu. Then I just put my AirTag down here. And if my bike ever gets stolen, I can at least track it some with the Apple network. $40 or euro. And you always have an eye on where your bike is. If there are any iPhones close by. So if you have a enduro motocross in North Korea. Actually I have one of these in my bicycle, in my Audi, on this Yamaha, on my Honda, on my keys, Dad's ATV, and I think I have some more. It's really nice to have. Then my plan is something like this. Put my fuel tank, I don't know really where to put it. Maybe I can put some loop around this so it just stays upright there. Something like this, plastic box for my gear. You see here on the axle that it's not exactly center. It's a bit to the back. Because I also want to have my fuel, 20 kilos in the front and some gear and stuff. So the weight balance now is really good. Later in the summer when it's hotter outside, then I'm gonna glue some LED strip in the roof so I have good light here when I'm unloading and loading the bike. For now I just use this cheap Amazon light, but it lights up some here and it's make actually a difference. So that's it. This is my perfect trailer for my motocross enduro career. Almost maintenance free. It was like $700 or euro. It's covered. I can fit all the things I want in here. Like I said in the windscreen video with the Honda, sometimes size don't matters. For me this is perfect. Thank you for watching. Still fly.